right, Nessun Dorma. Dorma, I think that's how you say it. So this comes from an opera. It was written by Puccini. This is a piece I've wanted to arrange for a while. I started it and then I was like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, you try and make a piece for voice and orchestra into a solo guitar arrangement. I mean, that's tough to do and actually have it make it sound good. People always ask me, well, when are you gonna make an arrangement of that fast movement from the Moonlight Sonata? I don't know if it's possible to make that arrangement for classical guitar and actually have it sound good. Like, I've heard people play it and it's like, I don't think that sounds so good. So I don't know, hopefully this sounds okay. Like when I play this, I take kind of a more of a low-key approach to it as opposed to trying to just like mimic the sound of an orchestra, because you just can't. I mean, I've got 6 strings, so what are you gonna do? All right, the score and tab is available at my website, so check it out. Okay, so we have a little introduction here. It's just a G chord. I don't do a full G, I just do part of it. So very slowly. Harmonics, 12th fret. So one thing about this is I do add some fermatas throughout, but I will hold other spots out longer, even if I don't put a fermata there. Which is why, if you see at the very beginning, I say played freely throughout. Because whenever I've listened to recordings of this piece, whether it's like with a singer or just like piano or whatever, they will hold different notes. Like I listened to a couple of different versions of Pavarotti doing this, who, my favorite tenor. Is he a tenor or a baritone? I have no idea. But he was part of the 3 tenors. Anyways, there are parts, some recordings he will do more, he was more freely with the rhythm, and then other recordings it's like he follows the rhythm pretty exactly. So personally, I like to just mess around with the rhythm a little bit. All right, so then we get to where the vocal line comes in. So you're gonna start off 2 and 1 right here, very slowly, and you just keep that 1. Open, and you're gonna get this chord right here. So I lay the bar down at 3rd fret, middle finger's right there, and then the pinky. So I'll play that more up to tempo. You get. So measure 5, 2 beats, 1, 2. Then you've got these octaves. So I will often not play them straight, but I'll just. So I interpret that as more sort of adding sort of emotional quality to it as opposed to. But that's just sort of my personal take on it. So you got 1, 2 octaves, pinky. And then we're gonna go. Pinky goes down. You get this chord right here. So lay of the bar, middle finger is on that C. And then to there. So in time. All right, so from here. More octaves. So you get this. And then. All right, so let's try that measure again. So you get this. And you just stay there. And then we're going to go here, measure 9. All right, so this chord right here, I think of it as like the A minor shape, except it's down a string and it's right there. So I don't know if that helps, but because whenever I'm going to that chord, it's like, okay, what am I playing again there? It's this chord. Oh, it's that A minor thing. So here it is. But it's not an A minor chord, but it's the same shape. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we have this. So for that whole measure, once I put it down, I can keep that middle finger down. So you get, just to kind of let it ring, we have this. All right, so you notice you have that little squiggly thing above. It's just a quick hammer on, pull off. So again. And then we have this. So I'm hitting. And then slowly. Another little hammer on, pull off. So again. All right, so this measure you've got first finger, and then my first finger goes over, and then my second finger comes over. So because you're always going to this note, so you got, and then the first finger, so you get this. First finger, pinky. So I do try and I just hold this as long as I can. I have to go up here and then open. So that measure again. Now you keep that middle finger down, and I usually roll that chord. You get this going. All right, then we have this. So just 1 and 3. And then we have, so this is a, full chord is a G chord. I'm not playing the whole thing, so I'll just put 3, 2, and then second finger. So in time you got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Then we're back to this thing. So you got the first finger down plus open third. I like that little line, bass line, just all of a sudden kind of moves. Because the bass really hasn't been super active. And then all of a sudden, it is. So again. Octaves. So this is all just a repeat of some of the measures we've already done. So just repeat. So that was all just a repeat of what we did before. So now we're building up to where the tenor, like the singer is just like full volume. So again, we're trying to match that as much as we can with this little tiny instrument. So it's a G chord. G normally is here, but I've got it on that second string. So you get this. Now a full G, then my pinky goes up to here, and all I'm doing is I'm taking my middle finger and just moving it back like that over to the. But if you have another like Raschiato technique or something, you know, and it's easier for you, do that way. So I do a strum. Just kind of fanning the fingers out. And I do try and hit this as hard as I can. So I'll repeat. And do a retardando. And then we're going to do... So it's that same technique where I just take my middle finger and just go back and forth. And then you're going to go up to here. So bar... I cover 2 of the strings of the 10th fret plus third finger there. And you I take my thumb and I just strum it. So I'm using just the flesh. It gives it a different sound than if you use the nail. Well, I hope you enjoyed the arrangement. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.